The Blazers battle the Phoenix Suns Tuesday at 6:30. Play it up.
You like me right now.
And we really like Oscar. We'll have great moments from the past, along with the stars, the films, the odds, and the hoopla from the present, as Entertainment Tonight opens the envelope for the last weekend of March, 1992.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh.
I'm Lisa Gibbons. Thanks for joining us.
And we want to welcome you to our special hour as we count down to Monday night's Academy Awards show.
Through the years, Oscar has enticed TV audiences with glamour, tension, goofs, and practical jokes. You never really know what might happen, and Monday night will be no different if it all goes according to the past.
I think it is one hell of an honor, and I am thrilled.
This show has been as long as my career.
Last but not least, my agent, who about 10 years ago advised me that I had no business being an actor. Thank you.
You like me right now. You like me.
Everybody likes Oscar, but Monday night's awards show will have to go that extra mile to live up to ceremonies gone by.
Stand there in your red tuxedo and honestly say that I am not Oscar material?
Oscar Mayer, maybe.
We have to be dignified as humanly possible. That is why I have decided to rise to the occasion.
When you make your speech, it's a good tip to remember the 3 G's. Be gracious, be grateful, get off.
Ask anyone in Hollywood their opinion of Oscar's greatest moment and get ready for a trip down memory lane.
The American Indian who accepted for Marlon Brando one year.
He very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award.
Muhammad Ali and Sylvester Stallone, we were talking about that sparring out on the stage.
So what would you do?
Louise Fletcher thanking her parents in sign language.
You are seeing my dream come true.
The one with David Niven when some guy exposed himself.
Fascinating to think that probably the only laugh that man will ever get in his life is by stripping off and showing his shortcomings.
If you'd like to relive those and many other choice moments from past Oscar shows, the Academy has compiled the best from the past 21 years in a 2-hour home video. It's hosted by Academy President Carl Malden.
1 billion people worldwide are expected to tune in to Monday night's Oscar show. Preparations continue around the clock, but many of the great moments will not appear on the broadcast. To enjoy those, you have to go behind the scenes. The tensions rise, and the clock is ticking in this week's Inside Story.
Brian, I need to call a hurry.
Here we go.
Excitement is building, and what goes into making Entertainment's Night of Nights a success, from the fabulous fashions to the phenomenal sets to the fans' bleachers to the envelope please, is the work of hundreds of dedicated individuals.
All right, regroup. We're going to do that again.
Debbie Allen is the choreographer for the 2nd year in a row. She has been working with dozens of dancers on 5 different production numbers. And in this, the last week of rehearsal, time is precious.
Oh, darling, they're going to get beat up today, honey. They haven't begun to sweat. Those words I used to say on Fame, you want fame? Well, this is where you start paying in sweat.
Those dancers will be stepping onto a $300,000 set designed by Roy Christopher. He had one word in mind when designing: glamour.
I actually looked it up in the dictionary and read the word, and it's a terrific word. I mean, it has to do with illusion, it has to do with magic, it has to do with fantasy and romance.
Glamour is also key to this year's Oscar fashions. At a special preview fashion show, we got a glimpse of some of the designs presenters and nominees will be wearing to the ceremony. And have you ever wondered why no 2 nominees show up wearing the same gown? Well, that's the responsibility of fashion coordinator Fred Heyman.
I think you're going to see the greatest fashion show in the world this year.
The man behind the music at the Oscars is composer, conductor Bill Conti.
Okay, organized chaos.
Conti puts together the orchestra, and that orchestra must learn the music to the nominated movies in all 23 categories, so that as a winner's name is announced, the right music will come up.
We have no idea who's going to win. So how do we do it? We have 5 different pieces of music in front of us. You see, the winner is, and of course, now you're scanning. The danger is if you have a favorite. So if you're pulling for somebody, you're only looking at this piece of music, death.
Go back to the head at the end of this one. Let me see what
Jeff Margolis is the show's director. This is his 4th Oscar telecast. Some people might be intimidated by 1 billion viewers, 22 cameras, and stars galore. But Jeff seems more like a kid in a candy shop.
It's the greatest high. You know, it really is. I guess some people get nervous, but I don't. You know, I'm too excited.
The man who must put it all together is producer Gil Cates. He says there's really no theme to this year's show, but in these troubled times, it should be a celebration.
To celebrate the fact that you can still go to a movie either for escape or to learn something new or be someplace else or get a new experience, and that's one of the extraordinary gifts that moviegoing is given to the audience, and we're going to celebrate that this year.
When it comes time for those all-important words, the envelope, please, it has special meaning for Michelle Morgan. For the past 4 years, Michelle has typed up the envelopes and cards with the winners' names. She gets asked one question all the time.
Do I know who the winners are? And I do not.
That's because she types all the nominees' names, and the winner is put in the envelope the day of the show. She admits to getting butterflies when she hears, and the Oscar goes to...
This feeling inside that, oh boy, I'm the one who typed that card. It's kind of silly, but it's a really neat feeling.
Billy Crystal gets the 64th Annual Academy Awards show going at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday night on ABC. He is a terrific host for that show.
He is, and we're all going to be there, of course. We're going to continue with our countdown to the event with an inside look at the big awards. Coming up next, get the big picture on the best pictures. We'll give you the odds, the outside chances, and the inside phase.
And later, last year's Oscar favorite Kevin Costner returns to stage a very different and much scarier event.
Now the wonderful fragrance of flowers in the field is coming to your home. With Renewsit fragrance jars, now in beautiful new decorative shapes and fragrances, perfect for any room, any decor, anywhere you want fragrance. Just fill these handcrafted ceramic jars with their own scented oil. The porous surface releases fresh fragrance into the air. The new Fragrance Jar Decorator Collection. Beautiful new shapes, only from Renewsit.
And toast with butter, sir.
Oh, miss, do you have Philly?
It's not just the taste. Philly cream cheese also has ounce for ounce half the calories of butter or margarine. Next time, butter your bread with Philly instead.
Ask anyone who's driven a Ford lately. Ask them about quality. One of the reasons 5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America are Fords. The F-Series pickup, Taurus, Explorer, Escort, and Ranger. 5 out of 10 of the country's best sellers. It's quality that breeds success. Have you driven a Ford lately? It's more than just a question. It's an answer.
A chocolate chain reaction! Real chocolate brownies to go! 1, 2, 3. Chocolate chain reaction. Hostess brownie bites.
It's a comfort to know more people have taken Sominex over the past 30 years than any other sleep aid. Safe, simple Sominex.
No doubt the stakes are high, the prestige enormous, and an Oscar for the year's Best Picture can immortalize a film in Hollywood history.
This year's nominees run from sentimental favorites to controversial blockbusters to the big-budget, glossy fare that Hollywood thrives on.
Hello. I'm Dr. Lowenstein.
The Prince of Tides stars Barbra Streisand and Nick Nolte in the screen adaptation of Pat Conroy's best-selling novel. Streisand also directed and co-produced this film, and Las Vegas odds makers are calling its chances of winning even money.
Well, I think you have it made. I mean, you're rich, you live like a queen, your kid needs some work, but overall, you're in the top 1%.
You're lying.
I think you're a very sad woman.
It's a tale of a Southern football coach whose difficult childhood eventually leads him into the arms of a New York psychiatrist, and it's basically a soap opera, although it's undeniably well made.
I think this is a universal film because it's about family relationships. Family, it's about forgiveness. It's about love and how love can transform people.
Oh, you pack way to punch them.
That wasn't a punch, it was a slap. If I punched you, you'd be stretched out across the floor.
Bugsy is the kind of polished biographical production that frequently captures the Oscar. According to Las Vegas Valley's hotel odds makers, it's even money whether Warren Beatty, on and off-screen love interest Annette Bening, and the large cast win big Monday night. This portrait of 40s gangster Bugsy Siegel is something Vegas should know about. The plot concerns Bugsy's crazy dream of creating a gambling mecca in the Nevada desert.
I don't understand this desert thing of yours. What are we, Bedouins?
Warren Beatty found the skewed world of the mobster perfect film material.
It's an interesting subject to me about the denial of reality in post-war America, and on some level or another, maybe it hit home to some people, and I'm happy about it.
Time me. Go.
The most controversial Hollywood movie of the year has 6-5 odds of winning, but moviegoers nationwide are obviously fascinated by Oliver Stone's view of New Orleans DA Jim Garrison and the 1963 assassination of President Kennedy.
As a historian, as an artist, I feel that artists have an obligation and a right to interpret history. It just doesn't belong to newsmen. I think the newsmen missed a lot of the points of what happened in that day.
Baby boomers seem to agree with Stone. It's rare that such a political subject appeals to such a widespread audience. But Kevin Costner and a truly incredible gallery of stars give this 3-hour picture everything they've got.
I never realized Kennedy was so dangerous to the establishment. Is that why? Well, that's a real question, isn't it? Why? The how and the who is just scenery for the public.
Don't you feel eyes moving over your body, Clarice? And don't your eyes seek out the things you want?
Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster deliver two of the most expert performances in Hollywood history in The Silence of the Lambs. They portray a young FBI trainee and a serial killer who team up to catch another killer. Vegas gives this shocker 3-1 odds. Director Jonathan Demme has already won several awards for his work, and at the New York Film Critics reception, he gladly shared the glory.
It's hard to believe in the context of my life that it's happening, but then I think of how gifted all the people are who I worked with on this film, and what an extraordinary book it came from, and what a great screenplay we had to work with, and I start to understand that, yes, this can be happening to me.
Why do you think he removes their skins?
It excites him. Most serial killers keep some sort of trophies from their victims.
I didn't.
No. No, you ate yours.
But she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3.
Sure, Disney's Beauty and the Beast looks enchanting and sounds sweet, but the musical fable could well be the spoiler Oscar night. Although it's the long shot going in with 5-1 odds, the cluttered competition of prestige adult pictures could let this beauty sneak in and win it all. Angela Lansbury portrays the delightful Mrs. Potts, and even a veteran like Lansbury couldn't resist it.
I did it really just for the fun of it and because I thought my grandchildren would enjoy it. Isn't that stupid? But, you know, Disney movies are around for years and years and years.
Both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
Let's forget the odds makers, forget the general public. What do we think?
What do you pick here, so people can argue with us?
I think Bugsy.
Really?
I really do. It's Warren Beatty's birthday Monday night. It'd be a nice gift. It's just that biopic, sweeping epic that
biopic.
You know, the Academy eats it up.
I think that Beauty and the Beast should win. I think Silence of the Lambs will win.
Do you? Even though Silence came out so early?
Yes, I do. I think it'll be an exception.
All right. Well, there you go. We're going to be back in just a moment with the nominees and reactions from the acting categories.
from Hollywood Pictures. They told her she'd be rich. They told her she'd be famous. They love you. If she'd just do one thing.
What?
Be someone else.
Dr. Shirley! But I'm not a doctor.
Captain Kangaroo wasn't really a captain.
He wasn't even a kangaroo.
Now, the doctor is in until the word gets out.
What kind of doctor are you?
Uh-oh.
Where did you receive your training?
What's the difference?
Dolly Parton, Straight Talk, rated PG.
Starts Friday, April 3rd.
For good times and great oldies, keep it on 97.1 FM. Classic Oldies, KISN.
What happens when the Northwest's largest selection of cars and trucks is on sale for 48 hours? The March 48-hour sale from the Ron Tonkin family of dealerships. 48 hours of reduced prices on everything in stock. Save over $1,700 on this all-new 92 Toyota Camry LE from Ron Tonkin Toyota. Or drive this 92 Ron Tonkin Honda $2,477. Don't miss our ad in the Oregonian this weekend for special sale prices at all Ron Tonkin dealerships.
You won't find a better price or selection on a new car, truck, or van than during this sale. Over 3,000 cars and trucks, all at special prices. 48 hours of savings this weekend.
The March 48-hour sale, exclusively of Ron Tonkin Chevrolet, Geo, Honda, Toyota, Mazda, Dodge, Acura, and Lincoln Mercury. Come into any Ron Tonkin dealership this weekend or call Ron Tonkin Teledrive, 1-800-45-DRIVE. 48 hours of reduced prices this weekend.
Play it big. Play it loud. Come on, Portland. Play it up. Live from Phoenix, our Portland Trailblazers hit the Grand Canyon State to burn up the court with the Phoenix Suns. Play it up Tuesday at 6:30 right here on Coin TV. Blazer basketball. Play it up.
You're watching Coin TV, Portland, Vancouver.
The word that comes to mind when this year's Best Actor nominees are mentioned is veteran. The actors have all turned in solid performances over long and brilliant careers.
Maybe I'm the big bad wolf.
Did you think you could steal from me?
Psycho Killers were a big hit with the Academy this year with 3 characters.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Anthony Hopkins really sunk his teeth into the part of Hannibal the Cannibal in The Silence of the Lambs, and he's already gobbled up the New York Film Critics and National Board of Review Awards. Hopkins said he and co-star Jodie Foster had a great time making this gruesome tale.
Really like a great family. Very, very upbeat and happy, and everything's a laugh. And yet the film is terrifying. In a psychological way, it's not so much a physically violent film, but it's just frightening.
Warren Beatty brought his fascination with gangster Bugsy Siegel to the big screen and met future wife Annette Bening in the process.
Right now, Mr. Resta is having a tremendous amount of difficulty imagining anything he doesn't want from Miss Virginia.
Judging by the box office, not everyone was as wild about Bugsy as Warren, but he says he wasn't trying to make the mobster into some kind of hero.
It's not our intention to romanticize the fact that he was a gangster. You know, when you explore a psychopathic killer, it doesn't mean that you are vouching for him or endorsing his behavior.
Two-time Oscar winner Robert De Niro pumped up and painted on tattoos to portray an evil ex-con in Cape Fear.
Do you mind if I put my arm around you?
Unlike Warren Beatty and Anthony Hopkins films, Cape Fear has not been nominated for Best Picture, which could count against De Niro. And although he's highly respected as an actor, some say he's played too many psychos in his career.
14 years ago, I was forced to an 8x9 cell, and now you're going to be forced to make a commitment.
Nick Nolte, who some consider the front runner in the field, is anything but a fiend in The Prince of Tides. He plays a sensitive family man who falls for New York psychiatrist Barbara Streisand.
Maybe I want to get to know you better.
Maybe you're trying to snow me.
This is Nolte's first nomination, and he's keeping it in perspective.
After 20 years of working film, you kind of recognize that the work is the most important thing. I don't think I got into it in the 60s thinking I wanted to win an Academy Award.
Robin Williams is best known for his zany antics, but in The Fisher King, he also got to explore the psyche of a gentle but troubled homeless man.
There's nothing trashy about romance.
In romance, it's passion.
This is Robin's third nomination, and though he appreciates the recognition, he's not letting himself get carried away.
I've been nominated twice before. Didn't win. And they pen on you as soon as they announce someone else's name, and you have to go, oh, really? Great. But it's really like making the final cut of the Olympics. It's amazing.
The Oscar for Best Actor will be presented by last year's Best Actress Oscar winner, Kathy Bates.
The Best Actress category in this year's Oscar race contains some of the most widely ranging roles in years. The nominees are hitting high notes. Six Guns.
Thelma! Wait. Is that my outfit?
They came out singing, shooting, and strutting their stuff. These 5 nominated women who have one thing in common, their passionate belief in the films they starred in.
Thelma, how did they know we're going to Mexico, huh? How'd they know that?
Some say Susan Sarandon is leading the pack with her gutsy portrayal of an ordinary woman turned outlaw. Sarandon loved getting down and dirty with co-star Gina Davis, nominated in this category.
It was great. She was fabulous. You know, I wish we could do it all again. It was a very interesting, very difficult, very fun film, and I think probably when you watch it, you feel the same way.
Although their gun-toting crime spree in the film kicked up some controversy, Susan shot down the criticism.
Wouldn't be bad if you saw a film and woke up the next morning and talked about it a little bit.
Previous Oscar winner Gina Davis is also a strong contender for her performance as Sarandon's scatterbrained buddy, Thelma.
You said and for once just really let our hair down. Well, darling, look out, because my hair is coming down.
Gina lobbied for a year to get the part. She felt it was an important step in her career.
Thelma is a character that's in such transition through the movie. That's one of the she changes so much, and I felt like that I am too, and that I wanted my playing of this part to reflect that in some way.
Bette Midler saw her dream project come to life in For the Boys. Midler plays a singer who entertains American troops for 5 decades. Even though the movie didn't catch fire at the box office, Bette was praised for her salty performance.
I must have been some old show, some old trooper, because I do have a real affinity for those kinds of personalities. I've always understood them, I guess because I started in the theater a long, long time ago.
Jodie Foster has the unenviable job of playing an FBI trainee in The Silence of the Lambs.
But are you strong enough to point that high-powered perception at yourself?
Some say Anthony Hopkins' psychotic criminal overpowers her more subtle performance, and Jodie herself is surprised she was nominated. But she's won an Oscar before, and she finds the whole competition humorous.
It's sort of like you say, well, that means you're one of the 5 best actresses in the world. And that just cracked me up. it just made me laugh.
Laura Dern, star of the Depression-era drama Rambling Rose, fought for 5 years to get the heartwarming movie made.
But I am only a human girl person, and I ain't always perfect.
Dern says she was thrilled to be nominated.
I have friends who are cool young actors, and they say, you know, if I ever got nominated, I wouldn't go, man. I wouldn't go, you know? It's like, are you kidding? Not only would I go, but every girl in the world wants to have a party dress. Isn't that what it's all about?
Let's get right down to it.
She's a lot of fun in an
She
interview.
is very cool.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Let's do a Best
All right, well,
Actress
it's
first.
interesting. The Academy might, she's a first-time nominee, fresh face. They might kind of go that way. I mean, I think the gals from Thelma and Louise may cancel each other out.
That's what everybody's saying.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Bette Midler a lot. I think Jodie Foster might get it again.
I think she's going to win. I think Foster's going to
Do
win.
you?
Yeah, I also think that Anthony Hopkins from that same film is going to win, and you disagree, I know.
I think Nick Nolte has got the sentimental edge. He put in a great performance for Cape Fear.
Mm-hmm.
He's overcome adversity. The Academy likes that kind of thing.
I like this disagreeing thing. Last year we agreed a lot.
Well, we fight well. It's one of the things we do best.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to look at the best supporting nominees, and that's coming up.
I'd like to bring the man home to my bed.
The supporting actress nominees strip back the covers and reveal what they really want. Next.
I've got the blues. The bathroom blues. My problem is, I don't have time to clean my bathroom bowl every day.
But I want a strong cleaner that doesn't leave blue water in the bowl.
Well, Vanish introduces a clear solution. New Vanish Clear Drop-Ins. Every flush releases tough detergents. Works like a bleach concentrate with no bleach smell. The water's clear, so you see the clean.
Bye-bye blues.
Vanish Clear Drop-Ins. When clean really counts.
I think I'll make fresh dressing.
Good seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Which oil?
Pick a light one.
Dressing's great.
Good seasons, you make it fresh, you make it best.
To pull her through a nasty lunch, Malox uses aluminum and magnesium. But his antacid is Tums, and Tums has calcium.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Calcium-rich Tums.
Things are different. The all-new Pontiac Grand Am proves it. Things are better because no import at its price can match the power of its 16-valve engine and the control of its standard anti-lock brakes. Not Accord, not Camry, no one. In fact, Consumers Digest named the Grand Am a Best Buy. Pontiac's new Grand Am, a new kind of excitement.
To a world that's not always as gentle as you'd like it to be, Johnson's Baby introduces a new generation of gentleness. New Johnson's Baby Shampoo with a richer, gentler lather that leaves delicate hair even softer and more manageable. The new generation of gentleness from Johnson's Baby. Because your baby's love should be as gentle as you can make it.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tonight, our countdown to the Academy Awards. I'm Lisa Given.
And I'm John Tesh. This year's nominees in the Best Supporting Actress category range in age from 18 to 82, but there is an ageless thread running through the performances. All but one are from way down south in Dixie.
Oh, yeah.
Both Hollywood and Oscars seem to have a fascination with the South, judging from the performances nominated for the Best Supporting Actress category this year. 4 of the 5 women garnered nominations for their portrayals of Southerners.
It's the South, that's what it is.
The South has nothing to do with this situation.
Diane Ladd's latest Academy recognition is for her role in Rambling Rose as Mother Hillier, a caring Southern lady.
Now, Rose.
You are not going to fire this girl. Not while I have a breath in my body, a strength in my little finger to squeeze the trigger and shoot you with the truth right between the eyes.
With 2 previous nominations, Ladd says she has flirted with the little gold guy before, but hopes this 3rd nomination will be the charm.
I'd like to bring the man home to my bed. You know, I've been kissing him a long time now, 15 years, you know, and I'd like to get married. Oscar, I'm proposing.
Oh, I can't believe you remembered and you made me fry 3 tomatoes.
Jessica Tandy serves up a heartwarming performance in Fried Green Tomatoes as an 80-something Southerner who befriends and enchants Oscar winner Kathy Bates with tales of the past. Tandy says she's especially proud of this particular movie.
It really shows the best side of human nature. And I always hope that people will come out of the theater being glad to belong to the human race.
18-year-old Juliette Lewis says she's glad to be in Cape Fear, a family in a small surprised by a vengeful Robert De Niro, and Lewis becomes the object of his affections.
So you're that guy that's been hanging around the house? You're the one that killed my mom's dog?
This first-time nominee played the naive teenager with conviction, and Academy voters noticed.
I'm just glad that they know that I held my own, you know what I mean? That nobody told me how to do it. You know, I did. Proud of that, and I'm glad people see that.
Kate Nelligan also gets a nod from the Academy as the matriarch of a Southern family in The Prince of Tides.
I know that's always been the problem. You know what your problem is? You dwell too much on the past. I never look back. When I say goodbye to something, I close the door.
You do the work, you do the best you can, and it's wonderful if something like this happens, but if it doesn't happen, it's a kind of a strange reason to be upset.
What did I get? I couldn't have gotten from anybody with no name any night of the week. Do you think your company is such a treat? Your moods, your pain, your problems.
And finally, Rather than a Southerner, Mercedes Rule hopes to reel in an Oscar for her role as Jeff Bridges' streetwise girlfriend in The Fisher King.
You take your bedazzlements as they come. I was bedazzled enough to be given the role. Such a good, juicy, terrific role with such a wide spectrum of feeling in it.
Mercedes has already been honored with a Golden Globe and the Los Angeles Film Critics Award for her role in The Fisher King.
While trying to pick a favorite in the Best Supporting Actor category this year is next to impossible, the roles being honored are the most wicked, wild, and outrageous of these entire... What do a shady businessman, 2 gangsters, a crusty cowboy, and a Hollywood studio head have in common? They all want to walk away with Oscar.
You ever been a contract agent for the Central Intelligence Agency?
And if I were, Mr. Garrison, do you believe I would be here today talking to somebody like you?
Tommy Lee Jones captures his first Oscar nomination for his work in JFK as Clay Shaw, the only man ever brought to trial for the assassination of President Kennedy. Jones feels that the film is educational for audiences of the 90s.
Well, that the assassination and the events that surrounded it are not ancient history, that issues have been raised which are not resolved, that we have good reason to go home and think about the issues raised in this, by this movie.
The list of nominees for this category also includes 2 fine performances in Bugsy.
Mr. Virginia Hill, Mickey Cohen. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
First-time nominee Harvey Keitel takes a shot at the Oscar with his role as gangster Mickey Cohen.
He was a bad guy. He also had a great sense of humor. He was also a bright guy, extraordinarily bright guy, extraordinarily powerful guy, and did some bad things.
Would you stop with the no problems? Think for a second. What are you going to do to get the money?
And Ben Kingsley, who plays mobster Meyer Lansky, is also up for the award. Kingsley says that even though he and co-star Keitel are competing for the same Oscar, there are no uneasy feelings between the two.
Harvey and I are just so delighted that we're nominated. And I think really, honestly, that's the appropriate feeling. The rest is in the lap of the gods and the voters.
Let Bob take a crack at it. He'll get in the swing of things, or I don't know writers.
His dead-on portrayal of a sleazy Hollywood mogul in Barton Fink lands Michael Lerner an Oscar nomination. Lerner says that for years, people couldn't put the name with the face. That was before Barton Fink.
It's not like, oh, did I go to high school with him, or, on the plane, did you date my sister's friend, something like that. People know me now. It's really great. It's very satisfying.
Hi, Curly. Kill anyone today?
They ain't over yet.
Finally, Jack Palance rounds up his first Oscar nomination in 38 years. He plays a tough trail boss who shows city slicker Billy Crystal a thing or two about the West. Palance, who already has 2 Oscar nominations under his holster, says he loves to see films, but not those he's in.
I don't particularly like seeing myself on the screen. I haven't very often. That's a rarity for me, so I just don't let it happen again.
Okay, time to make some people angry. Who do you like?
Nobody's going to be angry because they're great performances, right? No. Your pick. Who do you like?
Tommy Lee Jones. It's not so much who I like. Who do I think is going to win? Let's weasel out of this one.
All right.
Tommy Lee Jones, I think, is going to win.
You know what? I love the story of Michael Lerner from Barton Fink, because, nobody saw the movie, really. And he sort of campaigned for this Oscar, and it's just one of those wonderful Hollywood tales. It'd be great if he could win.
He also, based on that, he loves being famous. I can see that.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
Okay, Best Supporting Actress. Go back to that.
Well, I'd hate to be up against Jessica Tandy anyway, because she's so wonderful always. And Juliette Lewis, as a fresh face, was incredible in Cape
Okay,
Fear.
pick one.
All right, I think Mercedes Rule was just so striking and stunning and wonderful.
I'm going to go with Diane Ladd.
It'd be the first time if she and Laura Dern, her daughter, win for mother-daughter.
First time in history. We're wagering again. Kevin Costner is present at the Oscars, but playing a dangerous game when we get back.
N.K. Hurst 15 bean soup caused all my chickens to fly the coop. Well, let me tell you, that's not too me. Just listen to my dad.
Hi, I'm Peso Dollar with my son Mark. N.K. Hurst Company has a great new delicious product. Package 15 bean soup with chicken seasoning.
Well, we like singing and we like picking. And Hurst 15 bean soup with chicken.
That's your grocer.
For good times and great oldies, keep it on 97.1 FM. Classic Oldies, KISN.
compete, you've got to be strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the Marines.
For all the day's news, sports, and weather, turn to Mike Donahue, Shirley Hancock, Randy Quirin, and Ed Whalen. Tonight on Newsroom 6 at 5.
Well, Kevin Costner danced the night away at last year's Academy Awards when he won Oscars for Best Picture for Dances with Wolves. This year, he'll be back to the Oscars twice. Once as a presenter in Monday night's awards, and once with singer Whitney Houston in a new thriller called The Bodyguard. He was the brightest star at last year's Academy Awards, but in 1992, Kevin Costner is reliving Oscar night early thanks to a little Hollywood magic. This is Costner's arrival at an elaborately staged recreation of the Oscars for his new movie, The Bodyguard. Kevin plays an ex-Secret Service agent protecting a famous actress, Whitney Houston, from an obsessed fan on Oscar night. Bringing the ceremony to life was no small feat for Costner and co-producer Jim Wilson.
I would say on a given day here, I'm spending about $170,000, all told. I've got probably a crew of 140, and I've got 500 to 1,000 extras. So you're spending at least upwards of $150,000 to $200,000 a day at the Oscars.
Arrivals for the staged Oscars were shot outside an historic Los Angeles hotel. Wilson and Costner chose Hollywood's Pantages Theater as the site of the ceremony itself and admitted the filming brought back some memories of last year's big win.
Boy, it does bring back shivers, and it feels very real. I mean, I can attest to that. Now, I've seen the dailies, and you look at the footage, and you say that is real.
Camera mark.
Wilson says he used the occasion to make some of his own friends Oscar recipients and hopes the audience will be fooled by this elaborate 8-day shoot.
I think you'll believe, without a doubt, you are, in fact, at the Oscars, and it's every bit as big, if not more so. I mean, I think we'll do or outdo the Oscar cast here.
The Bodyguard is scheduled to open this Christmas. And even though the movie will reenact the Academy Awards, don't expect to get a glimpse of Oscar. The Motion Picture Academy would not allow him.
But the Oscar has been used in movies in the past, and as Leonard Maltin tells us now, sometimes the statue has even taken on a life of its own.
We won't discuss it at the moment, John. Thanks. Movies have won Academy Awards during the past 64 years, of course, but a surprising number of movies have included scenes about the Oscars and the struggle to win them. Now, all of these movies are available on video, so if you want, you can have an Oscar movie marathon. And I suggest beginning with the only film in Hollywood history to be narrated by one of those famous golden statuettes.
My name is Oscar. I live in Hollywood. My family first settled here in 1928. We love Hollywood, the orange groves, palm trees, Luella, the freeways, and movie studios. Every year around income tax time, we throw a surprise party.
The biggest surprise in the movie Susan Slept Here is the way it opens. After that, it's a much more conventional romantic comedy with a Hollywood setting. And Debbie Reynolds. And it does feature the most unique use of an Oscar statuette I've ever seen.
Susan!
Yes?
Not in the head.
Then there's the wishful thinking use of the statue in 1937's Something to Sing About.
Well, we haven't won it for a picture yet, but I thought it'd be nice to have it around to get used to it.
Yes, one gets used to so much in Hollywood.
The Oscar ceremony was first depicted in the 1937 version of A Star is Born with Janet Gaynor. But since that time, the statue and the people who covet it have been fodder for a wide variety of stories, both funny and serious. Background footage of Oscar night set the stage for an unforgettable scene in the 1954 version of A Star is Born, with Judy Garland as an up-and-coming actress who wins.
I wish Norman were here.
James Mason plays Garland's husband, Norman Maine, an alcoholic star who's reached rock bottom. And his moving performance is just one reason this Hollywood saga holds up so well.
Well, play somebody.
But look at it this way. It's just a little bald, naked statue.
Just like you'll be one day.
Sardonic is the way writer Neil Simon looked at Oscar in one segment of his comedy, California Suite, with Michael Caine and Maggie Smith, the only actress to ever win an Oscar playing an Oscar loser. For the movie titled The Oscar, longtime Oscar MC Bob Hope was recruited to add authenticity, along with supposed presenter Merle Oberon. But rang true in this turkey. Rent this and you'll see one of the funniest movies of the 60s, except it wasn't meant to be. Stephen Boyd plays an actor who claws his way to the top with his eye planted firmly on that golden statue.
How does anybody win? You're too stupid to know that. I'm going to win, and that's what counts. I'm going to win.
Robert Townsend dreamed up an Oscar ceremony for his likable spoof called Hollywood Shuffle. Since he was dreaming, he figured, why not go all the way?
And against the competition, Redford, Newman, Pacino, Dustin Hoffman, Meryl Streep, I didn't think I had a chance. And I just want to say tonight, we're all winners.
But when it comes to shameless campaigning for an Academy Award, no one has ever rivaled Bugs Bunny for sheer brass.
At last, Oscar. Oh, Oscar, I'll keep you and cherish you. I'll even take you to bed with me every night.
Do you mean it?
Of course, Bugs really did win an Oscar some years later. That cartoon is called What's Cookin', Doc, and you can find it on a cassette called Bugs Bunny Superstar, one of my favorites.
Look forward to seeing you on Oscar night, Leonard.
Oh, it's always interesting. It's always unpredictable, too, I find.
Yeah, are you going to wear that, Leonard, by the way?
If you'd like me to, I will.
I just especially like the tie.
I'll take it.
You're going to wear that?
We're going to meet the man whose short films have become an Oscar night tradition next.
He's the hottest star on ice.
There's only two things I do really well, sweetheart. And skating's the other one.
She's the coldest. What a
Temperamental. You know, I can think of another word for it.
Don't quit your day job.
Are they going to get it before they kill each other?
Guess that move needs some work.
Put them together.
Like foreplay. Foreplay?
Watch the sparks. The cutting edge. Rated PG. Now playing at a theater.
Lots of margarines say they have a buttery taste even when there's no butter in them. Kraft Touch-A-Butter spread has creamy, rich butter in it. Just a touch. Kraft Touch-A-Butter. A touch of real butter makes a real difference.
5 hours in a balloon, how romantic.
5 hours? What about my diarrhea?
Don't worry, honey. I brought the Fermitine.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
In this year of the Olympic Games, as the fever spreads through backyards and neighborhoods everywhere, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, the Cheesies, will be there, helping to give your kids protein and complex carbohydrates for the energy they need to get through a tough day of training. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, setting the training table for the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. And your hopefuls, too.
Most cat box fillers cover odors with a heavy fragrance because they can't stop the germs that cause the odors. But now there's new Kitty Litter Max, the best kitty litter ever. Max's special ingredients fight odor-causing germs others can't. So Max keeps germs out of your cat box and odors out of your home. Give germs and odors the axe with new Kitty Litter Max in regular or new scooping formula. It's the best kitty litter ever.
If you suffer from the common aches and pains of arthritis, doctors know that a safe and effective way to relieve them is something you may already have in your home. Extra strength Tylenol gel caps. Tylenol helps relieve arthritis pain without irritating your stomach, the way aspirin or even ibuprofen can. What should you take for your arthritis pain? Talk to your doctor. The answer may be closer than you think. Tylenol, the pain most.
Furnished by and a promotional fee paid by Delta Airlines. Delta can now fly you to more cities across the Atlantic than any other U.S. airline. At Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
Production assistance furnished by MasterCard, the card that's accepted at over 9 million places. No wonder no card helps you master more moments than MasterCard.
Celebrating a birthday on Saturday, singer Reba McEntire is 37. Actress Diane Wiest is 44. Actor Ken Howard turns 48, and actor Dirk Bogarde is 72.
And birthday wishes on Sunday go out to actress Marina Sirtis. She's 33. Actor Bud Cort is 41. Actor Eric Idle turns 49. And actress Eileen Heckert.
Chuck Workman is a man in love with his work, moving pictures and moving words. His film on great lines from the movies, Words, is still shown around the world, and Precious Images, a film about classic movie scenes, won an Oscar. Now Workman has turned his considerable talents to humor. On Monday night, the Oscar ceremony will draw a galaxy of stars who will pay lavish tribute to the year's best movies. But for Chuck Workman, the Oscar telecast is opening night. Chuck is producing a 5-minute film to open the Oscar show. This year, it's about comedy in the movies.
The idea is to give it a really good feeling of completion, that you really felt that you've seen more or less the history of screen comedy in 5 minutes without it being so rapid that you couldn't take it all in.
Chuck Workman has built a reputation on this kind of film. This is Words. He produced it for the Writers Guild to celebrate the writer's art.
Gun. That's G-Wing. Oh, that's a B. That's Gov.
I am pointing a gun at you.
Surely there must be something you can do. I'm doing everything I can. Now stop calling me Shirley.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
I keep my engines in the icebox. Is green the only color these come in?
You may see some of these clips on the Oscar show.
We have like 2,000 little clips, and they all go in various sections of chase, a crash, funny sounds, kids, sex.
He has even been nominated himself for Best Short Film for Precious Images, which he produced for the Directors Guild. The clips go by very fast, but not so fast if we can't laugh at them because we know a lot of them.
There are moments like when Woody Allen flaps like a bird or something where you're going to laugh. I mean, and also, what works for me is that these movies are mostly familiar. And this has always worked for the films that I do based on film clips, so that you are laughing at the movie, at the association that you get immediately by seeing that image, in a way, not just the image itself.
Monday night's film will be Workman's fourth for the Oscars. He says he's going for great movie moments. The problem is there are just too many of them.
There were 1,500 moments that I thought I had to have. And I'm now in the process, as we speak, of paring them down to about 300 of those moments. So the biggest problem is not what I put in. The problem is taking stuff out.
Plastics. Wrong.
Important safety tip, don't tune in late to the Academy Awards. Chuck Workman's new film is going to lead that show.
Millions watch the Academy Awards to see the big stars win the big awards for their multi-million-dollar movies. But the little films are just as important, and the Oscar for the best short subject stands to them.
Maybe it's time for me to go solo.
Maybe it is.
When the guitar player for a famous rock band has a tantrum and quits the group, a studio guitarist gets his big break in Session Man.
We're ready, McQueen. Are you?
Seth Winston wrote and directed the film on a show. He appreciated having full control over the finished product.
I may wind up directing $40 million films, but I don't think I'll ever direct one where everybody involved is letting me make the movie the way I want to make it, which I just can't tell you how exciting that is.
The fact that the State Athletic Commission is going to try and close us down after Friday's championship fight is an outrage to me. It's a damn shame.
70-year-old boxers fight to keep the one place that makes them feel young in Birch Street Gym. The short film stars Harold Gould, who in fighting for the club's championship confronts his greatest challenge, growing old.
My chance. I could learn so much. Maybe I could even go to Baylor.
You're not going to a white school. You understand?
I am going, and you can't stop me.
Lizzie?
In Last Breeze of Summer, the year is 1957, the place, Texas. A young black girl is chosen to integrate an all-white school. Naturally, she's met with resistance, something the film's producer knows all too well, trying to break into Hollywood. David Massey is hoping all that will change Monday night.
I've showed the film to a lot of studios. I haven't received any offers or any development deals. So maybe the Oscar might push that over the top.
Well, David Massey has plenty of time left to make movies or win Oscars. He's still a student at the American Film Institute in Hollywood.
Coming up on the Inside Story on Monday, new politics are the fashion in Europe, and they're setting a brand new trend. Mary Hart has more. Mary?
Thank you, John. The walls are down and the spirits are up as models from Eastern Europe head west for the glamour of high fashion.
Different country, different people, different culture. A little bit different mentality, but I like it here.
A fashionable new beginning for the models of former Iron Curtain countries on the Inside Story Monday right here on Entertainment Tonight.
Your house is so hot, not even your best friend will stay for a visit. So you run down to Home Club, where a helpful salesperson points you in the right direction. For not much money, you get the ceiling fan of your dreams, plus a free brochure that tells you how to install the thing. You throw a party, show all your friends your handiwork. I think you're some kind of guy. Home Club. It's that simple.
Today's big news in tire sales is happening now at your Les Schwab Tire Centers. Excellent savings on all-season steel radials. In a premium 50,000-mile all-season radial, Mega 4, our best prices ever. Custom wheels, we got a major price cut from our suppliers. These savings are passed on to you. And yet, the really big story at Les Schwab is the day-in, day-out spirit of service and customer satisfaction. If you haven't been in before, this would be an excellent time. The Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale.
If you buy a new 92 Nissan base truck by April 2nd, you can get a chrome bumper, chrome mirrors, fog lights, and splash guards at no extra charge. Or add a grill guard, an off-road light with a tubular light bar at no extra charge, or your choice of up to $500 of select Nissan accessories. Plus, save up to $1,300 in factory dealer incentives on 92 base model 4x2s, which could save you a total of $1,800. So see your Nissan dealer by April 2nd and build your own truck.
A lot of hard work has gone into this antique Buick, and keeping it in good shape means treating it extra special. At my dealership, Armstrong Buick Volkswagen in Gladstone, we know our senior citizens have worked hard too, so we treat them extra special. The first thing they get is the lowest possible price. And if a senior citizen buys a car from me and doesn't like it for any reason, they can return it within 3 days, and I'll give them all their money back. Armstrong Buick Volkswagen, 20,000 McLaughlin in Gladstone.
I thought you said we were going to a second-hand store.
This is a second-hand store.
It is?
This really is name-brand stuff and cheap. So your mom was right.
This would be perfect for camping.
And how would you know? I love it. And only $6. Yeah.
I can't believe it. All this for only $40.
See, I told you so.
Buy more, spend less. Buy your village.
Coming up next weekend on Entertainment Tonight, the Gulf War correspondents are firing off a barrage of books and TV shows that examine the conquest, the mistakes, the lessons, and the censorship of the war. Find out why the people who tried to cover the action now feel they have to take action of their own. Next weekend.
The people at home are probably wondering, who are these people who vote on the Oscars? How come my person doesn't win all the time? How come I hated that movie and they like that movie? Well, each year at this time, we compile the data from our exclusive movie track polls to get an idea of what people think.
All right, these are the people who bought the tickets, who saw the films, and they gave their immediate reactions.
True, that he's no Prince Charming.
Beast could indeed be the spoiler if the Academy votes the same as the public. The film was not only the highest-rated picture of the year, its 86% approval rating is the highest in Movie Track's history.
I don't like being lied to. I don't like secrets.
Nick Nolte was the prince when the Movie Track tied. Nolte's performance was cited for excellence more times than any other nominee this year. Robin Williams also received high marks. Nearly 80% of moviegoers called him the best thing about The Fisher King. But they mentioned Williams along with co-star Jeff Bridges, who was overlooked by the Academy.
Alone in the dark with thousands of men. There is a God after all.
All bets are on Midler, according to Movie Track audiences. A staggering 96% of those who saw For the Boys said Midler not only stole the show, she was the show. Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis scored high as a team, but they were so completely linked as Thelma and Louise, audiences did not single out one over the other, just like the Academy, who gave them each a nomination.
John F. Kennedy's murder was probably one of the most terrible moments
in the history of our country.
And in the directing category, it was Oliver Stone all the way. Nearly 4 out of 10 people told Movie Track that Stone was an outstanding factor in their appreciation of JFK. Newcomer John Singleton was cited by 1/3 of the audiences polled for his direction of Boys in the Hood. It will be a spectacular night.
And we're going to be covering the Oscars like a blanket on Monday night.
Like a blanket. I think that means we're going to be like all over this thing.
Like a blanket. And we'll have, that gives you a picture, doesn't it? We'll have the results for you, including a special day in the life of one of the nominees. And we promise we will not be goofy as we are now.
Well, we'll
as I am
try.
now.
Good luck to all the nominees. It's an outstanding slate this year. It's going to be a good show. And we're going to say goodbye for this show with a medley of the Best Original Song nominees. Everything I Do It For You from Robin Hood, When You're Alone from Hook, and 3 songs from Beauty and the Beast, including the title track.
Did I mention you look beautiful this evening?
Thank you, Teshman. Good night.
Small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the